Hey there, it's Walt. I wanted to show you my trash. Now, I don't spend a whole lot of time looking at my trash or thinking about my trash or ruminating about my trash. In fact, it's in a very out of the way place that I keep my trash, so I don't really have to look at my trash at all.
But it's easy to allow our trash to occupy our thoughts, to occupy our time. It's easy to allow our trash to get in the way of what we want to do with our lives, to allow our trash to get in the way of the important work that we want to do in the world. The trash I'm talking about is our head trash, our limiting beliefs. And our head trash comes in a number of different forms. It comes in the form of, am I enough? Will I be loved? And will they find me out to be the fraud I know myself to be? And these three pieces of head trash, most of us, in fact, I'm pretty sure that all of us walk around with it. We can't escape it. It's part of who we are. Am I enough? That comes in the form of, am I ready to do the work? Do I have enough training? Do I have enough certification? Do I have enough experience? Is my background deep enough, rich enough, broad enough to go out and do the work? And this is really common, particularly when we're starting out. I remember grappling with this piece of head trash with my own coach years and years ago. And she had a great lesson for me. She said, do you remember when you were in grade school and maybe you were a fifth grader and you looked up to sixth graders? And I said, of course. She said, they were your heroes, weren't they? And I said, yes. And she said, you're at least a sixth grader, aren't you? And I said, yes, I'm at least a sixth grader. And the truth is that we're all on a path. There will always be people ahead of us. There will be people behind us. And I hope that I will always be on that path of learning and growing more. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. I always want to know that there's more to learn and to grow into. And at the same time, we're called to serve. As the great leadership expert John Maxwell says, our job as leaders is to lift as we grow, to lift as we serve. And so on this path, no matter where we are in the process, to turn around and to help those who we can help, to turn around and to help those fourth and fifth graders along the way. And so we grapple with this, am I enough? And the truth is, in this moment, there are people that we can help. There are people that we can serve. The second piece of head trash, will I be loved? Well, Steve Jobs had a quip. He said, if you want to be loved, if you want to make people happy, don't be a leader, serve ice cream. The truth is that we will never be able to make everyone happy, that everyone won't love us. If we're leaders, if we're out there in the world doing important work, we will likely be polarizing. There will be people who like us, there will be people who don't like us. And the most important thing is to stand in that affirmation of knowing and loving ourselves, affirming ourselves, recognizing the value of what we bring to the world, being certain of that value that we bring to the world. And then realizing that not everyone is our client, not everyone is our customer. There will be people that we are meant to serve, and our job is to go out and find those people. And then there are people that we're not meant to serve, and that's okay. And that third piece, it's a great Brene Brown piece that she writes in her beautiful book, The Gifts of Imperfection. Will they find me out to be the fraud I've always known myself to be? And I think, again, no matter where we are in the path, we always question ourselves. There are those dark moments of insecurity. I don't think there's ever a time where I'm not getting ready to walk out on stage and have that fear. Will they find out I don't know everything? And of course, I don't. None of us do. And so that's another piece of this head trash that's just part of our humanity. And if it's true that head trash is just part of who we are as human beings, then I think our obligation is simply to say, got it, check, I'm a human being, I have head trash. And then to go out and do the work. Because to spend the time with our trash, to ruminate about our trash, to think about our trash, to try to understand our trash is so self-serving. It's selfish, especially when there are people who need us, who need what we do in the world. And I think what we're called to do is to take the trash and put it out behind the shed, know that it's there, recognize it, acknowledge it, honor it, give it its due, and then come back and do the work and get out there and do this important work that we're called to do in the world. So my head trash and the rest of the trash is out behind the shed. In fact, I saw it get carted out this morning, so it's gone. That whole area, I think, is clear. That doesn't mean more won't come back in. It always does. But our call, our obligation is to be out there in service. Make it a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Talk soon.